Welcome everyone, I am Zulma from Students for Sustainability Group, and today I would like to share with you some knowledge about compost. Composting is a process that turns food scraps into usable soil. Microorganisms work together to break down organic materials to create a rich soil that provides lots of nutrients to all sorts of different plants. For this reason, we should call it the black gold. A few of the multiple benefits of compost are: reduces the need for chemical fertilizers, enriches and adds nutrients to the soil, improves the water retention of plants, reduces the volume of garbage. Did you know that around 40% of wasted food is thrown out by consumers? Over the past 50 years, greenhouse gas emissions from food waste have increased more than 300% and are projected to further increase if current dietary and waste trends continue. We are very happy to announce that KAUST will have an operational composting facility by next spring, but you can reduce the impact of your organic waste from now by composting at home. These are pictures of KAUSTians doing compost or natural fertilizers with their food waste. It is easy, the materials are pretty reachable, and you will see that I have upcycled some stuff instead of throwing them away. No matter where you live, there is always something that you can do to contribute. It is the greatest of all mistakes to do nothing just because you can only do little. Just do what you can. Let's start by choosing the right materials. We can divide them into two groups, greens and browns. Greens are all fruits and vegetables, eggshells, peanut and nut shells, coffee grounds, and tea bags. And browns are paper bags, newspapers, egg cartons, leaves, and gardening waste in general. Do not compost meat, fish fat, dairy products, bones, oil, deceased plants, and charcoal ash. These can be composted in an industrial scale facility, but at home they may create very dense compost, can attract pests such as rats and flies, and can create some pungent odors. Depending on the space available in your house, you can do the following. You can fortify the soil with organic materials without having to do much work at all. Sprinkle your leftover coffee grounds over your plants, or crumble up leftover eggshells and sprinkle them into the soil. If you want to compost more and only have indoor space to do it, consider worm composting at home. All you need to do is invest in the worms, plus a home to keep them, and follow the instructions given by the seller. To compost in a bigger outdoor area, make a basic compost bin yourself. An easy way is to drill holes into the bottom of a large plastic bin and just fill it with the browns and greens, mixing it every few days to expedite the decomposition. You can also make use of the bins provided by KAUST as is shown in this video.
We collect compost from our organic waste in the collection bin that is common in island and gardens, which is the green one. Have a sign that it's a compost.
If you have a balcony or porch, you can set up a small composting system. First, you should cut or shred the ingredients into small pieces, since this will help them decompose faster. I store my food waste in this oats container inside the fridge for no more than 3 days, and then I add it to my compost. To build your composter, you only need 2 plastic containers, one smaller than the other. You can also use any bin that you have, or even a plant pot. Drill a few holes into the small bin, since this will help to create a ventilation system, but it is not mandatory as long as you take care of your compost properly. In the smaller bin, put a thick layer of brown material to facilitate drainage and aeration. Then add materials in layers around 5 cm thick, alternating between greens and browns to help balance the proportion of carbon and nitrogen. I like to add some garden soil to make it more compact, but you can skip this if you don't have garden soil. The final layer should be a thick coating of browns, and no food scraps should be visible from the top, as this will mask odors and create a protective layer from pests. Sprinkle water, but make sure that the compost mix is not too wet or it will lose oxygen. Here, I did not mix it because this was only one layer, but as soon as you add an extra layer, you should mix it very well. Layer the bottom of the larger bin with a layer of wood chips or some stones and set the smaller bin inside on top of this. I started this bin 2 months ago and it's almost ready. It looks like soil and has an earthy smell. Stirring the bin makes the compost decompose faster. The contents of a typical household compost bin will break down in about a year if you never touch it, and just a few months if you are consistently stirring. This is a crucial step, especially if your bin does not have holes, as mine. Also, with these high temperatures, might be necessary to keep checking the compost and mixing and watering at least once per week. This is a homemade solution. Of course, you can also get a composter and you will find many options in the market which come with detailed instructions. Finally, if you want to recycle your food waste but you don't really want to take care of the composting process, in KAUST we have another option: the community garden. KAUST Community Garden is located in Oasis, where you can find 2 tumbling composters. All you will have to do is to store your food scraps in a container in the fridge and then take it to the community garden. You don't even need something fancy as a container. Just try to reuse any that you already have at home. If you are interested in this option, please contact the community garden through Facebook or this email. Making compost will allow you to reduce your food waste and to make a high-quality soil for your own garden. I hope you feel encouraged to make use of the outputs of your home by this beautiful practice. So don't forget to download the guide from our website, because inside you will find detailed information, troubleshooting tips to take care of your compost, some ways to use your finished compost, and links with helpful facts about composting. Don't hesitate to contact us if you want more info by sending an email or connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. I leave you with this accurate quote, and thank you so much for watching.